Today we're going to be reviewing how we can apply the distributive property into expressions. We'll start by showing the distributive property using whole numbers without variables. Okay, as we are working through this assignment, it's really important that we are paying attention to the directions. Okay, so what is this question asking us to do? So it wants us to rewrite that multiplication expression using the distributive property. Okay, so I'm not identifying what 18 times 48 is equal to. I want to rewrite this in a way that shows me your knowledge of the distributive property. Okay, so I'm looking for this to be in the form of A parentheses B plus C and parentheses. Okay, the distributive property tells me that I can rewrite this because A will then be distributed, which means multiplied by both of these. So when I rewrite this, I'm going to leave 18 on the outside, and I want 18 to be multiplied by a total of 48. So I'm going to break this up into two parts. Okay, so there's lots of ways we can do this. Easiest way is to break it up into its tens and its ones place. So 48 is 40 plus 8. Okay. Again, there are multiple ways, so if you chose instead and you wanted to break 48 up into, let's see if that would be 43 plus 5. Okay, this is still showing the distributive property because again, I would take this 18, multiply it by the 43, as well as the 18 times the 5. Okay, and then adding those together, 43 plus 5 does give me that 48. Okay, important again to notice what the directions are asking you to show. Okay, so I don't need you to multiply it out and tell me what 18 times 48 is, but again, rewriting it in the form of the distributive property. Another problem that we see with the distributive property is using it to simplify an expression. Okay, I'm looking at 2x plus 8 here, with the 2x plus 8 in parentheses. Okay, and so to simplify this expression, I'm going to eliminate the parentheses. Okay, and so to eliminate parentheses, I have to do the distribution step, which again means I'm going to be doing 4 times both of those terms inside. Okay, so 4 times 2x, okay, multiply your two values together, 4 times 2, that would give you 8, and again, keep that x. Then I'm going to take the 4 and multiply it by the 8 as well. 4 times 8 would give me 32. Okay, so I'm able to simplify this expression by eliminating the parentheses, and now this only has 2 terms. Okay, I cannot simplify this any further because 8x and 32 are not like terms. One has the variable and one does not. So I will leave that there. Okay, likewise, again, paying attention to what the directions are asking of us, I want to simplify this next expression. Okay, and again, simplifying means make it shorter, combine things. Okay, and so we want to eliminate these parentheses again. So I'm going to distribute the 4x to both. So this becomes 4x times 5. Again, you're going to multiply those two numbers. 4 times 5 is 20. And we keep the x. And 4x times 8. 4 times 8 is 32. And again, keep that x. In this problem, these both contain the variable x, so I can simplify this further by combining these two together. 20 plus 32 would give me 52x. All right. Lastly, what I'm going to show you in this little teacher problem number 4 is why we would want to simplify an expression. Okay, so again, paying attention to what the directions are asking of me. Okay, I want to know if these two things are equivalent. Okay, and as they are, I can't decide that because one of them has parentheses. So in order for me to compare these two expressions, I'm going to use the distributive property in the second one. So I'm going to take the 2 and distribute it here as well as here. Okay, so 2 times 3x would give me 6x, and 2 times 8 would be 16. Okay, now that the parentheses are eliminated and this has been simplified, now I can compare both of these. So I have 6x plus 8 and I have 6x plus 16. And so because they're not identical, they are not equivalent. So I'm showing out my work to prove that when I did distribute here, they do not become equivalent to each other. As you continue working with the distributive property, again, be careful to make sure you're multiplying whatever is on the inside of the parentheses by that number directly next to the parentheses. Okay, and make sure you are only combining terms when they have the same variable. And so do not combine things unless they have the same letter in their terms.